Hi everyone, this is Nipu. I'm back with another tutorial. In the last video, we have learned how to connect with MySQL database and Node.js server. Okay, so today we will see how to create API using Node.js and MySQL database. The API should be POST API, PUT API, which is you can edit any data, then View API, which is get API to get all the data from the database and the specific data to get and delete API. Alright, so let's start. So npm init, which is initial, y to create package.json, and we have to install npm install Express and MySQL nodemon. Alright. So after hitting enter, you have to wait for a few seconds or minutes, depends on your internet connection. After install, you have to make a index.js file, const express is equal to require. You have to import all the things from here. Express, then const body parser. You don't need to install this because Node.js has this as default. So body parser. Then we need const. Oh, we need to install code as well. Otherwise, whenever we run this into the browser, it will stop running. npm install code. I just forgot code from require code. Then app is equal to const app is equal to express. Input the function const port is equal to we'd like to have 4000 as our port. Okay. Then app.use for the function. We have to use app.use body parser as JSON. Now, okay. So app.get as a default address, then request and the response. So rest is equal to send and welcome to the server. But do not try to be a hacker. Okay, I'm just joking. So now we have to app.listen, mention our code, clv, which is console.log is equal to server is running and support, that we can understand which port the server is running. Alright, now if we have to hit save, now we have to configure our package.json. Here we have to write start as our command. Here we have to write nodemon index as the file name. Alright, so here, so npm start. Now our server should be running, as our server is running on port 4000. So if we are checking on the browser, localhost 4000, I think the server is running. Yeah, see, the server is running. Welcome to the server. Do not try to be hacker. Anyway, now connect with MySQL database. So I'm using XAMPP as a MySQL server. If you are a programmer and using Laravel and PHP, then you can easily get what is XAMPP. So if you don't know, please watch some videos on YouTube about XAMPP server, and you will have a lot of tutorials on it. So you can have anything in your language. Alright, so as my server is running, now jump to the server, create a new database name. My database name is with my name, Zahid Hasan Nipu. Alright, so this API I will be using on my portfolio site. Here, I already made the landing page here. This is my portfolio site. This is going to be my portfolio site, and whenever you hit in zahidhasannipu.com, you can easily find my site. And I hope today I can live my site on the web. So see, here is all the information about my work and some tutorials, and I'm just making a blog section. So definitely I need API that I can write anything and push it through the content that everybody can read and learn. Anyway, let's move forward. Okay, so we have to create a folder here as DB, which is database, then router, all like that. Okay, so db.js const is equal to MySQL require MySQL const is equal to const config is equal to, so it has to be host name, which is local host, user is root, because I don't have any password on my server. Password should be null here. Don't write null. Then database name is Zahid Hasan Nipu with my name. Now const db connection is equal to MySQL dot create connection and config here. What we have right now, db connection dot connect. Now error, if it shows error, if it shows error here, then console database cannot be connected, else if it is connected, then show me database is connected successfully. Alright, so now we have to export this module.export equal to db connection. Alright, now we have to import on our index file, otherwise it will not show you. Const db connection require and our address. Okay, alright, as you can see, our database is connected. So we have successfully connected our database into Node.js server. Alright, so now we have to create POST API, and basically before that we need to create database table here. So I'd like to name it as category. Category name ID, category name, flag. Yeah, I need three databases. three tables, I mean columns. Alright, so here it has to be ID, integer, then could be anything. Default is this auto implemented, then could be anything. Then category name, uh, category name, worker here 255 cannot be null. Alright, the name is flag, worker 255 can be null. It can be null. Alright, so here a lot of things we do. We don't need think anything. Anyway, we hit save, and as you can see, we have created successfully a table along with some columns that we need to have. Anyway, okay, let's go back to the project. The router name category router dot base. The font express require express. Const router is called to express dot router alright, I did a mistake. Anyway, now const the connection require import from the directory db and db connection. So yeah, that's okay. So we would like to name the router as category router as our file name, category router. So app dot so category router dot host. So it has to be add category. Then we have to request and response. Now const we have to get category name from the body and flag. That will be request from the body. Alright, so now const insert is insert query is equal to insert into category our field column name here flag and values. Yeah, these values will come from the database. So db connection dot query here into into query. So we have to create another thing here. Const values is equal to category name dot flag here. Or so here we need insert query, then values. So now if error and result. So alright, so here if error, then response status 500 dot json message error inserting category. Okay, then error. Okay, and else if you will show else dot status 200 dot json message here category inserted successfully, success, double S, successfully, and data is equal to result. Anyway, alright, so now we need to export our module. Dot export is equal to category router. So now we have to import this. So now we have to import this one thing. Here all the routers will be placed. Okay. So app dot use category and category router. And as we have no use here anyway, so we like to have Postman here. I'm using Postman. You can use any API tester software, but I feel Postman is something else. Okay, so our localhost post category and category, so raw. So here we'd like to have category name technology, and flag should be, you know why we are all right. So flag is flag. Do you know why flag is needed? For the SEO. All right, so let's hit send. Refuse to connect. I don't know why. Everything is okay here. We need to control all the responses. Console.log and the error. Oh, I'm sorry. That is 4,000. All right. So yes, we have successfully created our POST API and it has been inserted all the data into database. See, the data has been inserted. So let's check it out. If I hit refresh, see, we have the data. So it's very easy to make a get API, POST API. It's very simple. So let's create POST API. So if you have any question, please comment on my YouTube channel, and then I will get back to you. And in my website, there will be a long documentation about how you can create API using Node.js and MySQL database. And there will be a section that you can contact me over email. Alright, so let's create another API which is POST API. Alright, so here, what we're going to, yeah, we need to create get it, POST API. Oh, sorry, POST API. I'm really sorry. Sometimes I made mistake. Edit category, then the ID, which is primary key. So definitely I need the primary key to track which a category we are going to edit. Alright, so here is response. Alright, so const ID, which will come from the request as param. Now const, okay, And whenever we edit the category name and the flag, so we need to get from the body. What is body? As you can see, we are here in the Postman name body. Body means you're something, you're sending something by the JSON data or anything from the, I don't know. It's more like a tray. You are just giving something to the API, and it will save those things on in the database. That is it. Okay. Now, the update query is equal to update category set category name and flag. Okay, where ID will be what? Okay, so now the font value is equal to category name ID and something else. Okay, so DB connection dot query update query slash comma value, then error and the result. So we'd like to make a function. Now if as all the function has been created by the GitHub Copilot. Anyway, that is perfect. So now save it. Now if we type edit and slash 1 as my category ID is 1, and we have to change it as 4. So we have to write technologia. That's it. And this has to be technology. I think it should be work. Yes, we have edited our category successfully. So basically we made our food API as well. So it is very simple. The difficulty is whenever you need to have a cross connection, cross relationship, that will be more difficult. But creating a single API, like you just need to have a field, you need to create or you have to feed some data, you have to get some data, you have to put some data. That is more easy. But whenever you want to create cross connection relationship between used data, that might be a problem. So don't worry, I will teach you how to make this easily. All right. So now we jump to the another tutorial, another things for to get the data from the database and how it looks. We need to see. Okay. So category dot get. So we have to name it as get category or view category. Anything you'd like to have is request and raise. Okay. So here we just need query here because we don't need body to have request. Select. We need to select all. This star mark means all from where the category table. Now DB connection, the query, and select query, error, result. Now this is simple. So anyway, this is simple. Yeah, we have already developed our get API to get all the data. So just make it category, get category. Oh, sorry, we need to make this get as a response. See, yes, we have got this, and now we can modify everything here as First, it is showing message then data. But we'd like to have as only data. See, we have only data result category. So if we have multiple categories like thousands category, it will show here. But whenever you have a lot of data, so that you can need that you will have pagination. Pagination is that time. But now we are making this very easy for you. Alright, so let's make another API category dot router. Okay, okay, so now as params everything is written. So it's very easy. I don't need to write everything here. Anyway, so we need to paste only on data, specific data. So if we hit just one, it will show the data here. See, the result is here. Oh, anyway. So now we'd like to delete this data. Category router dot delete. Here is params is needed, must needed. Const ID params delete query delete from the database where ID is what? ID will be coming from the params whenever you paste it on the Postman. If you see here, this is called param. After slash, whatever you are putting, that is called param. Alright? Okay. So now, const select query, then CV connection, query, here. Alright. So const value is equal to ID here, CV connection, and this is what it is. Anyway, so if you select delete here and hit send, it will delete the data from the database. Would you like to see? Alright, let's hit send. 404 because if the name is delete category here. The result is 200, which is successfully deleted the data from the database. Let's check it. As you can see, the data is there whenever we refresh. See, there is no data. Yes, we have successfully created POST API, PUT API, GET API, get specific data, and the delete API. So anyway, thank you so much.